everybody, welcome back to E-Commerce Problem Solvers. I wanted to do a video where I'm showing you guys how to put it all together. Now I've already done the searches myself, but you'll see what I'm talking about with what I do. So on this one in particular, I'm going to Zillow, and I found this address, which is 1108 North 10th Street in Haines City, Florida. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's and it's about 1,600 square feet. It says that the asking price is $55,000. I wouldn't be offering $55,000 for this, and I'll show you why and where my thinking is. So then, after I go and I locate the house, normally, you know, you want to see pictures because you can't see inside and out, but of course that's what you're going to do when you go and ask the owner to take a look when you call. This is specifically a for sale by owner. I find those are very successful for me. Okay, so you've got the home value here. They have it listed at $103,000. That's going to be about where I'm seeing it as well. Then you have the price and the tax history, which is where you're going to go to see. Now here's the thing. The price, you already know you can talk her down to the $45,000 because this was listed for $45,000 just a couple of months ago. Then you can see that when they bought it for $28,000. So you can actually probably pick this up for around $42,000 unless there's been a lot of work done on the property. Now at this point, what I would do is I would come down here and I would go to the county website because I want to see what the county website has to say. So I did that already, so you guys don't have to wait for my slow computer to load. And here is the property, and here is more information about the property. Here's like the plat, and here is the subdivision and the legal address, and then it tells you that the property use that it's what, about 1/4 of an acre, and it's a single home. Then you can come down here and you see that this Fancy Lamar, or Lamar Fancy, sorry, bought this property for $28,000 in 2014. Then you have that, okay, it's his home. See, in Florida we have, it's called the homestead exemption, and it's a break on taxes based on the fact that you live in the home. So this person lives there because he has the homestead exemption. And then here gives you a little bit of the layout of the house, and it tells you what it's made of. All of the property appraiser's office have something similar. The layout's different on each one, and since I'm working at about 4 different counties, I can show you at least those 4, as well as to show you some others that I'm aware of. But here is, the house was actually built in 1952, and that's not a problem because it's stucco, see, and it's masonry, which means it's concrete block with a shingle roof. And for that time period, that was a pretty good sized house. So then you can see if there were any permits. You can see the land value. You can see where all the taxes go, and you can actually see what the tax bill is. So this person is paying, what, $409 a year in the property taxes. And that's because the exemptions allow them to do that. So then after I've found, okay, it's concrete block, it's something I'm wanting to look at, I might come over here to, this is an old listing because I knew it was listed a while ago, or this may be the current listing. Yeah, this is the old listing, and there is only one picture, and this is the front of the house. But then, since there wasn't any more to it, I mean, here's the information on the house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, large home. You know, you can go and The minutes from Southern Dunes Golf and Country Club and major roadways. It's being sold as is, so you know that it's being sold where there's going to be some issues. But you don't expect to buy a house for between, 50 to 60% off and not expect that you're going to have some issues. So then I went and I brought it up on Google Maps. See, and this is what the property looks like. So, I mean, it's kind of lousy pictures, but this is what the property looks like. And so then you would come over here and see, this is why my computer's being difficult, so forgive me, give me a second. There we go. And now you've got the contract. Well, what I would do in the beginning is I would take these contracts and I would make sure that you have them blank in your, because you can look this up on your phone just as easily as I am on the computer now. You may even want to write down the information you're getting about who the who the seller is and that kind of thing. Because here on this property, what I would offer is I would probably go in offering around 37. Okay, but of course I haven't even seen the place, so I have to assume I have to put in a new kitchen, I have to put in new bathrooms. That's what I'm assuming. So I probably would not, maybe depending upon how much work needs to be done, I wouldn't pay above 30, 35. Now, if there's been work done on the property since he bought the property, and it does look like the house was painted on the outside since the old listing, so at least some work has been done. If he's looking for 55, and you can pick it up for 45, and it's really just maybe a new kitchen or something like that, this house is worth $100,000. So you can kind of see how I buy the properties for, I don't know, about 50% off. Now with this one, if I were buying it myself, or let's say the both ways, I'm buying it to hold it myself. Well, I would negotiate the price. Let's just leave it at $40,000. So I've got a price of $40,000, and I'm buying it to hold it so I can rent it. That would be the price. I may even ask this person if they can finance it for me. I give them so much down and then they finance the rest for me, and it works out well because they make money on money, and then you also are getting cut a break because you're not running into all the extra fees. So that's one way to get financing. If you didn't have the funds, or you can't get the financing, then another way to do this is if you buy this property, you fill out the contract, right? The contract that we talked about. Make sure that you check the assumable part. And if you're outside of Florida, you probably want to take some of the information off of here. But you could just type these documents out yourself if you want, or cut and paste or whatever. You just have to make sure you're following the laws in your area. But I know that you can assign the contract. So you may want to take this property and you fill out the paperwork, and let's say now you've agreed to buy it for $40, and you give them, a $200 check to hold it over so you can go and find out if you can get the financing for it. And if not, even if that's not what your deal is, since it's assignable, now you start putting it out to real estate investors who might want to buy it for this 55, but aren't looking for these deals the way I am. And that's what I'm trying to show you. So you can actually, turn around, and if you've negotiated at 40 and you can sell it for 50, you walk away after closing with $10,000. So that's how I'm trying to show you how to put it together. I thought I'd do a kind of quick putting it together video. You want to make sure you don't just go ahead and purchase the property. You want to get it under contract. Once you have it under contract, once they've taken the check from you, then it's a binding agreement. I mean, I think there's a 3-day right of rescission, which means they can say no in 3 days and hand you back your check. But other than that, you've now tied the property up, and this gives you, 60 days to find a buyer and have that buyer qualify. And if you're looking at something that's a little rough or an area that's growing or what have you, then you can actually walk away. I know investors who have walked away from deals like this and put $20,000 in their pocket when they put like $500 out. So that's what I'm trying to teach you guys how to do. As I said, I mean, normally I wouldn't be sharing this kind of information, but I'm now handicapped and I'm kind of trapped at home. And I'm actually considering taking on some mentors to see if I can teach other people locally how to do this. I mean, I've already taught one person who's finding deals for me all the time. But I'm really looking to move more into a teacher mode here. So anyway, so thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And look, you know what? This channel is going to cover real estate. It's going to cover Amazon. It's going to cover eBay. So please, if you're an entrepreneur and you're somebody who is looking to move forward and maybe change your life, this is the channel for you. So please like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to leave me your comments. I try and read every single solitary one. There's only been a handful of times on another channel that I haven't gotten to them within a few days. So anyway, good luck, and I really want to help you make your future of independence, financial independence, and that dream come true, so that eventually you have things working for you. And I don't mean people, but real estate is working for you and other things that are working for you, so you don't have to work so hard. So take care and have a great day, and I'm looking forward to our next video.